We're going to make some poached eggs with fresh garden vegetables. Now to do this, we will of course need beautifully fresh eggs. In this case we're going to use some guinea fowl eggs, but you can obviously use chicken eggs. We need vegetables, small fresh vegetables from the garden. What we have here is kohlrabi, we've got some zucchini, some radishes, faba beans and gourmet green peas, a few herbs for seasoning, and of course salt, pepper and olive oil for the browning of the vegetables. Now, how do we go about it? Well, the hardest part is to make the poached eggs. And that's not so simple. Of course, you need boiling water, but it mustn't be boiling too hard. You must add some white vinegar, about 5% of the volume of water, to coagulate the egg white. And now, careful, you must never salt the water, because the salt will break up the egg white. Now you bring the preparation to a boil. And you break your eggs into small separate dishes. Now look at what I'm doing. I'm going to create a small swirl here with a spoon by stirring around, so that when the egg slides in, it will wrap itself around itself. Of course, we're going to let it cook for a minute or a minute and a half approximately. You see, it wraps around itself. As I said, we're going to let it cook for a minute or a minute and a half approximately. And to see how it's cooking, it's very easy. You just check with your finger to make sure it's not too hard. Now obviously this is something you can prepare ahead of time in the morning or 2 to 3 hours before the meal. All you need to do then is to drop the egg into ice-cold water to cool it off. And when you're ready to eat the egg, heat some water, salt it this time, and put the egg into heated, and it comes out just perfect. There you are. Superb. Now you put the vegetables into a pan. You add a little bit of olive oil, some good olive oil, and just slide the vegetables gently around in the pan. We'll start with the ones that take the longest and put in the faba beans and the peas last, because everything otherwise might turn dark. It's better to use vegetables that are in season, picked fresh. There we are. It's all very simple. We're going to salt them and pepper them using fleur de sel salt and a little milled grey pepper, a little thyme flower as well, which flowers in May and in June. We now add the faba beans and the gourmet peas. But you've got to be very careful because all of this has to be done quickly. And now, on your plate, you place the hot or reheated eggs. And now you arrange the vegetables around the eggs. This is a terrific recipe which is easy to make and which you can prepare ahead of time. And the main thing is that this way of cooking the eggs means that you can use them for all sorts of dishes. You can serve this with a thyme sauce or a wine sauce or a tomato sauce, several different ways. Now to serve up, when it's time to place the dish in front of your guests, you just cut into the egg yolk so that it runs onto the plate and mixes with the vegetables. A few small thyme flowers to flavor the entire dish. And just look how nice it looks. And to accompany this, you can serve a large glass of chilled wine. instance.